pals. Trying something a little bit different. Again, that's all I'm doing at the moment. I'm just trying different things. It's Artie, they didn't pronounce only. I am trying to see if I can do some like minimal edit, shorter videos for times like this where there's like a new season of a show or a new show or something like that that's come out or whatever, but I've got content planned, and I don't want to swap out my planned content for these videos. I don't know if that made any fucking sense. Slay. So I wanted to see if I could try and do a early impressions, early thoughts, strictly video. That hopefully will be minimal editing for me. Won't be too long. But I can like throw it up so that we can have discussions about this upcoming season of Strictly, because last year I was right fucking disappointed. You can go watch that. Fucking I'm also really pissed off the Strictly fans as usual. I'm really good at pissing off reality TV fans. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go through all the pairings, my thoughts on their dance abilities, whether I actually particularly like them or not, that sort of thing. So we'll just get right into it. They've done a lot of changes this year as well so far. They're changing every week who is the basically the lead judge to decide who gets to stay or not. If there's a tie in judge voting. And then also they seem to be doing the elimination thing differently. So they didn't announce one of the couples early on. They were both announced at the end, which they didn't even mention. But yeah, I'm just going to use the Independence article for this because they have photos. Sometimes, I just need a face. So first is Alex Kingston with Johannes. I quite like her. I like her vibe. I think she's doing pretty well so far. I feel like Johannes is now one of the dancers who gets paired with a lot of the old biddies, especially like after his one shot of nearly winning with John Waite. I don't know. I know how to say it in my brain, but then as soon as I have to actually say it from my mouth, it's like, haha, no. So yeah, I'm enjoying them. I don't really have a lot to say. I can't remember which of her dances. One of her dances impressed me. Then it's Thomas Skinner. Thomas Skinner with Amy Dowden. He left. He was voted off first. I don't think anybody is sad. Just generally didn't like his vibe, but also, he's in a lot of controversy because of cheating on his wife who he just married. So, yikes. Ellie Goldstein, with Vito. I don't have a lot of thoughts yet, but her second dance, I think, was really lovely. Is she here? I think her second dance was really good. And yeah, I think the judges agreed. They said that her turns, her like underarm or whatever his turns were lovely, I think, if I remember correctly. Next is George Clark, the YouTuber. My hair's looking funny right now. With the one of the nude professional dancers, Alexis. Wasn't sure how I felt about Alexis initially, but actually Her face in on TV reminds me of a YouTuber I watch sometimes, but I can't pronounce her last name. Maddie Drisbeck. It's Maddie Driscoll. Maybe not. Yeah, like Maddie Drisbeck. I think that's how she pronounces it in her videos. I don't know, but it's spelled interestingly. Let's just say that. So yeah, facially, she reminds me of her. And maybe that's why I like her a bit more now. I'm like, oh, you remind me of someone I enjoy watching. I also think George is quite sweet and funny. He has a very likable personality, even though I don't like who he collaborates with. KSI, for example. Is that his name? Um yeah, his second dance as well, I was really impressed by. I think everyone was. And then yeah, they were like, oh, do we have someone who can go all the way? Like, guys, I know you're excited, but like, chill out. Chill the fuck out. Belvinda Sopal? Sopal? With the other new professional, Julian, who is another Aussie. It's another Aussie. I also really like Belvinda. I like her vibe. I think she has a really nice face. I don't know. Like, she just has this really smiley, but also interesting face. I love her teeth. I love her teeth. I know it's a random thing to say, but like, yeah, I think she's cool. She's not. I mean, again, I think her second dance was good too, wasn't it? Was it the Charleston? Can't remember. I think it was the Charleston. Everyone was like, "Wow," and I was like, "Yeah." I felt like that dance though. She almost was like holding back a bit. So I think it would have been even better if she just kind of like let it go and was like really went for it, because it didn't feel like she was like fully finishing or extending some of those moves. And like, especially when it's such an energetic dance, it's kind of like obvious. So like, I think the dance was great, but yeah, I just feel like she could have gone that little bit further. Um so I'm excited to keep seeing her. Then we have Chris Robshaw with Nadia. I I pity the man. I pity this man. He is not very good. He was better than Tom, who went home, but he was in the bottom two. Um, I think his ballroom was better. I can't remember what his first dance was. I'm not gonna fucking lie. But yeah, he's not the most coordinated or graceful person, which is not a surprise for like a 6'2" rugby player, really. But again, he seems really nice. He reminds me of somebody. I can't remember who it was. I said it to my mum when we were watching I think the very first show before they actually got to dancing. Who does he remind me of? I can't remember. But yeah, like I don't see him going very far. Um, but I don't hate him. You know, don't hate him. Then we have Stefan Dennis with Diane, two Aussies. The neighbour star Stefan. Um, I like him. I like that we are also seeing Diane dancing pregnant. Like, I feel like even though she doesn't really show much, you can see it when she's dancing. Like, her torso just looks a lot more like, I don't know, more straight up and down than like, because she's very petite. So I'm interested to see what they do about her costume. through this season. But I like Stefan, same. I think he's funny. I think he's good. Like, I think his first week was good. He wasn't so great second week, but sometimes some dances are just harder. Some dances are just harder to like get in your noggin, So I think he just had a tough week, and they did say that they tried to rehearse as much as possible. Like they literally didn't have any more time to rehearse. So they don't know how they would have fit in more rehearsal time. I feel like that's where like one of Mozzi's comments was a little bit like, let's see. But also, I can't remember who commented. I think it might have been Shirley commented that, they could see that Diane's choreography had a lot of like content, like actual dance content, which is good because I mean, she knows. Like, I feel like some of the professional dancers aren't very good at choreographing the dance to fit what the judges are actually looking at or wanting. And like, I understand everyone has like different abilities or capabilities, but you're not really doing your celebrity partner any favors if you are wasting their like 2.5 minutes or whatever it is, like dance time on like filler moves. Aliash did that for whatever her name is. We'll get there. So yeah, like I feel like Diane knows and actually has it in her head and puts that into dances. Even if the celebrities are struggling, at least they have been appropriately challenged with a lot of dance content. Like, that was the other thing about Tom. Like, his dances, particularly that second one, there wasn't really any dance content in that dance for the style that they were supposed to be doing. Like, sure, you might be doing an entertaining performance, and like that's the difference with this show. The judges are looking for something specific. They should be anyway. Like, they always seem to change their minds half the time, but they're supposed to do certain things to get the judges' points. And then, yeah, there's that other element from the audience, likability and entertainment value. Those things can save you. But if you're gonna get anywhere, you also need to have like a reasonable amount of dance content. So Diane knows that. And even though he struggled, I feel like they did get better points because at least he was having a go at that dance content. And you could see that he was trying to do that. Next we have Slay. I don't think I know how to pronounce Harry's last name. They need like little pronunciation things. Oh my god. Harry Aikines-Aryeetey. Okay. Harry Aikines-Aryeetey with Karen. He is another gladiator. But he also was I don't know, GB sprinter, some shit. I don't know. He was a sprinter. I like him quite a lot. I was actually quite surprised. I don't know if it was the second dance. I think it might have been the second dance. But like, one of the things that everyone's been talking about is how will he be able to do the posture like the right postures and stuff because he's so jacked, and muscles can get in the way. Like muscles are built in a particular way, and that can prevent or impede certain movements, etc. But he's done really well, and I like they were saying he has a really great natural posture actually for ballroom, and like obviously they have been working on it anyway as well. But the fact that his posture is so good so soon is a good thing, particularly when they thought it was going to be a big challenge. I also really like Karen, and I feel like she's underrated, underappreciated. Like she was in I know it's in no particular order, but I think that's a fucking lie. She was in the bottom four whilst they were waiting to find out who would be in the dance off. And like I just don't feel like anyone appreciates her enough. Sometimes she has made no, I'm not going to say that because I don't actually remember. But I think they've done really well so far. He's also I find him also really likable. Um, yeah, I hope that they go further. Oh yeah, he was in the Christmas special. And he's talked about how he was recovering from an injury sort of this time last year, and he didn't even think he would be able to like walk or run or whatever again. So being able to come on to Strictly properly is like a massive thing for him. So that was really nice. I can appreciate that as a disabled person. Then we have Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Help. Uh, oh wait, it's just Hasselbank. It just has an I in it. Great. He's with Lauren. I like these two a lot. I like Lauren a lot as one of the professional dancers. Um, yeah, again, I think Jimmy's very likable. Um, and he's doing really well. He's doing really well. um, I think again, Lauren's quite good with the choreography. She knows what to include, how much content to include. Um, and I remember, yeah, in the show this weekend, she was talking about how they're doing like a skill swap where when he gets like frustrated with the dancing, they then swap and he's teaching her how to do keepy uppies. And I really like that. I really like that idea and that tactic. Because yeah, like these people are not fucking dancers. Well, they shouldn't be. Um, and like learning something so different and so complicated in such a short amount of time as well can be really frustrating. So I really like that. I think that's a really good teaching tactic. Um, the next on here is Karen Carney with Carlos. It's nice to see Carlos with a partner again. I feel like he's either been out quite early recently or hasn't had partners in recent years. Again, I really like Karen. Her first dance incredible. She definitely has the footballer feet for, was it Charles? I can't remember what it was. Quick step. No, I don't remember. It was a fast, energetic dance. I can't fucking remember though. Yeah. So yeah, I like yeah. Her second dance wasn't great, unfortunately. And I think yeah, she's gonna have some struggles with these dances when it comes to the right postures because of her, was it Herman's scoliosis? I think. Oh, Sherman's disease. Sorry. I had to Google it to know what it meant because it wasn't really described or explained in the second week's episode. Like, they did talk about it, and they explained that it is vertebra grow unevenly, but that doesn't really explain what that means. So it basically has meant that the vertebra in her back, I mean, I think especially the upper spine, um, one side has grown taller or longer than the other side. So they are sort of in maybe like a more triangular shape, which has caused that, she's got a bit of a hunched back. So it is unlikely she'll be able to do much, if anything, about her posture for these dances. Maybe there's a way they can work out how to cheat it. But yeah, there's also been some discourse online already about something that Motzi said about her posture. And I have a few rebuttals to that I would like to just briefly include. So Motzi's like words that she specifically like said did account for the fact that it's possible that Karen wouldn't be able to do much about the posture. She was saying that it is something that may need to be challenged as much as possible within her capabilities. But there has been a lot of reaction to just this idea of challenging a disability. But that's not actually what she said. But also I would say, I had to Google it, and I think I'm pretty knowledgeable about disability stuff in general, because I felt like what was shared, like I said, on the show wasn't really clear. So I had to Google it to really understand what that meant for her, for Karen. And I don't know if this was shared with the judges before filming or before this episode or before going live on Saturday. I doubt it. I also doubt that it was explained if it was even mentioned before. Because there's lots of things that impact your posture, whether it's disabilities or not. And a lot of things can be like adjusted or challenged and stuff like that. So without really knowing a lot of that information, like, I don't know. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt because I don't know. I don't know how the show works when it comes to things like this. I doubt they really properly or fully inform people of a lot of disabilities, because a lot of the judges in the past have made some really terrible comments around disability because they clearly just don't fucking understand it. But also I would say too, Motzi speaks 6 languages, 5 of them fluently. English is not her first language, and is not even, I don't even think it's the main language she uses because she lives in Germany. I think one of her first languages is an African language. So yeah, like she's gotten mixed up in the past when speaking. But also she says she's talked about how she struggles to understand a lot of the northern participants on the show and often needs Craig to interpret for her, basically. So I would also say, as part of the benefit of the doubt that I have for her on that comment, is that maybe she just didn't really understand some of those things fully, or also that maybe what she said just came out more clumsily because English is not really her main or first language that she's spoken. And yeah, I mean, I don't know where Karen is from, but she's got some Midland/Northern vowel pronunciations. Um, but yeah, like I think I was a bit more disappointed in second week dance because she showed she's got really great football feet that turn into really good dance feet in week one, and it kind of disappeared week two. There were lots of, her feet weren't pointed when they should have been a lot of those times. So that's where a lot of my disappointment came in with week two's dance. Um, but like I like her. I think she's a very relatable person on the show. And also very very sweet. Like yeah, she says a lot of things. That I just think, bless her little cotton socks. There's so many. Like every year we start this show, there's always just so many people, and I'm like, help. Next we have Lavoie, our drag queen with Ali Ash. So this is we're returning with the same sex couples, but are we? Because because Lavoie is performing in drag every week. But either way, at least the gays get a little something, something, you know. I like Lavoie. I think Lavoie is very funny. I think she uses the kind of humor that a lot of us at home use when we talk about this show. Like, oh my god, when she said, um, "Oh, I only didn't do that very well last week, so it looked like I had a journey." You know, a lot of those moments. When she met Ali Ash and she was like, "This isn't who I wanted," I just find that really funny. I really enjoy that characterization of her. I think her first dance was better than her second. Her second dance was pretty bad. I just feel like she wasn't feeling particularly confident in it, so there was a lot of hesitation, which is a shame. But I hope she's popular enough with the audience because I just think she's so entertaining. Um, on the floor and off. I like that they are incorporating her character in the dances as well. So I'm interested to see how that continues. Because I think what next week is movie week, and she's the bird lady from Mary Poppins, which is so funny. I can't wait. So yeah, I like them. I just hope that she gets a bit better. She's not very good. Um, Lewis Cope is with Katia. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know if he's particularly popular, but I don't like him. Headbands hurting my head, my big old noggin. I don't really like him. I will, however, also partake in making jokes about how many fucking siblings he has. Because what do you mean he has 4,000 children? 4,000 children? Because what do you mean he has 4,000 siblings? Like, how did they afford to send him to dance school with 15 other siblings to pay for as well? Again, he has dance training. Apparently he used to be Billy Elliot on stage. I don't know. I don't know if that was a real thing or if that was just like a joke from Lavoie. Um but either way, he seems to already have a lot of that dance capability, and I just find that boring. I just find it boring on these shows. That, and he's also obviously very fit too. So he's not really got a lot of struggles. I do feel like he was overmarked on the second dance. He looked messy as fuck. He was like falling all over the fucking place. It looked like he was, yeah. The passion that they were all talking about. I just saw mess. Yeah, he just looked like he was falling all over the place, tripping over his own feet, stumbling around. It looked really bad, and I feel the same way about the woman who replaced Danny Dyer as well on this season. We will get there too. But like, yeah, the people who are getting some of the highest marks, I think are just like really sloppy looking. I don't know why they've been marked so high. But yeah, so like I'm not excited or interested by him. Then we have Ross King with Yavita. And I think he's so sweet. He's so little. He's so little. I also just I love a Scottish accent. I love a Glaswegian accent. Even though his is very soft because he's been in America for so long. Um, and it is very sad that after week one, he sort of lost his confidence in his dancing. So I am really glad he didn't go home right away. Because I just think he's so cute. I just think he's so cute, but he does dance like an old man. I don't know how many more. Oh, I think we only have two left. Thank God. Next is Vicky Patterson with Kai. Um, I I think Vicky is another one that is just so cute and so sweet. I think she just has such a pretty face in a way that I can't really describe to you. Um, the way I feel about her face is the way I also feel about Sugar in the bear's face, where I'm just like, wow, you're just so like pretty. You're so pretty and adorable in like a really soft way. Like I don't know. Can't explain it. Nice to see her do really well this week. They also think she could be like in it to win it, babe. Um, I also think she's really funny. It's nice to have like a Geordie on here. And I feel like she's come a long way since her like the start of her career in Geordie Shore. And I just hope for the best for her, you know? Um, yeah, I don't know what it is. I find her so endearing. I think some of it as well as some of her self-deprecating humor in general, but also the croissant. So yes, bitch, I'm also a croissant. Relatable content, everybody's a croissant. Um, yeah, so like I hope I hope she does well. I hope the audience like her enough to keep her around kind of vibes because I really enjoy watching her. Um, and I think as well it was so I don't know the way I think both of the people who are like told oh you could make it to the end, her and is it George, like when they said those sort of things, both of them were just like yeah, like their reactions were very endearing and like relatable. George was like what the fuck? And Vicky was just like really, I don't know. She has like a more, I don't know, sweet. I don't know. I don't know what the word is. Where is the word? But yeah, both of their reactions to being told that they're really good actually was just very, yeah, endearing. Um, you know, we love an underdog who also just doesn't understand how good they are. It's nice to see someone who's humble, you know. And then our last couple is Amber Davies with Nikita, and she replaced Danny Dyer. And again, for week two, I feel like she was really messy, like guy with 14,000 siblings. Um, week one, you know, I think she did really well considering I think she literally had 1 day's practice because it was so last minute. I think Danny injured herself. Yeah, she fractured her ankle. Um, I think it's very interesting though that Amber Davies didn't mention that she was on Love Island, but she's like, "Oh, I'm in theatre. I do theatre shows, musical theatre and stuff." And it's like, and none of your popularity was anything to do with being on Love Island? Question mark. So yeah, uh, I don't. yeah, not a huge fan. And I have no particular reason for that. But we do also share a birthday. We're both October 4th babies. And I think she was a year younger than me. Hold on, let me look. Where are ya? Where are ya? Oh, 2 years younger than me. It's very rude. So yeah, she's 28. But we're both October 4th bitches. Speaking of which, if you didn't watch a video from my birthday, go watch another video right now. Thank you very much. So yeah, like there's no particular reason for it. I've just got some vibes, and I'm not. You know, the vibes are vibing. Anyway, so that's the couples for this season. Interested to see how some of these changes in the show are going to happen. Like what that's going to do to the show. Yeah. And this is just like a brief thoughts on everybody video, even though I've been filming for 35 minutes. So I'll probably be cutting out a lot of pauses, honestly, just to keep the video shorter. But that's pretty much it from me this week. Let me know what you thought of this. Maybe I'll do this a bit more often with some other, particularly like in this format for like reality shows. I'm also considering watching This Is Big Brother at some point because they have another trans contestant, trans mask as well. So I'm curious. Let me know if you think I should watch this year. But I might leave my analysis till later on. Please vote all the bigots out before I start watching. Thank you. And yeah, I don't know. Like I said, go watch another video of mine. It really helps the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. I do enjoy having a little chat in the comments about Strictly or whatever. But that's kind of it. Let me know what you think of this little format as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.